Then 2018, it was a year of sit down. It was in the midst of that sitting down with the Lord, then God came with a body. And that body became a message. What was the body? It is a body for revival. That body for revival shaped my message. When I open my mouth to speak, I don't know the things I was speaking that time. But anytime I stand to speak now, there is something that affects my spoken word. It is the body that was received from the place of sitting. Because one of the things that we must trust God to do for us tonight, Lord, take me to where I will sit and wait to receive my body. Take me to my sitting place until I receive something from my generation. We must not be walking up and down introducing ourselves to people. No. See, the days of introduction is coming. There is no doubt about that. You think God will not introduce us? If you think that we are not going to be introduced, you are a joker. We are just waiting. All that we need to do, we need to keep sitting down. We need to be at the place of waiting to sharpen this vision, to sharpen this body that the Lord has given. Because nothing striking can happen to a life of a man that have not received a body from the Lord. And that is why when Jesus finished his ministry, he told his disciples, I thought he would ask them to begin to run. He said, go and wait. I want to sharpen this thing I have placed upon you for 3 years. 3.5 years he was with them. What was he doing? He was putting body in their spirit, man. But when he was about leaving, he said, this thing that is already in your spirit, I want to sharpen it. I want to sharpen it, but you need to wait. Wait in Jerusalem. Anything that make our Christian experience to be void of waiting in the place of prayer, it will make us men of activity without men of virtue. A man that has no waiting history cannot step into the glory of God. A man that has no waiting history cannot step into the glory of God. Lord, take me to my place of waiting. We are not a generation that will introduce ourselves. A time for our introduction will come. And when it will happen so much that the whole world, people will be wondering, where have you been? You know, when I came to chapel in 2018, April, and God said, go to chapel and sit down and do nothing. And when I was in chapel for 2018, 2019, 2020, then 2021, the third year. Then 2021 now, I got married. I keep telling people that it was my wedding introduction as they introduced me in the church that some people were seeing me for the first time. And that's why my wedding that happened in chapel, he didn't know me now. You can't attend. You can never attend it. The people that attended, the chapel people that attended my wedding in the chapel, they are not more than 8. These were the interim. They called interim council committee that time. They don't know me. That's why some of this, my mommy, they came to my house and saw my wedding picture. Mommy now was like, this picture, look, this wedding certificate look like chapel. I say, yes, it's chapel. He say, I wed in chapel. I say, yes, ma'am. He say, when? I say, 2021. He say, how? How will I wed in chapel 2021 and she didn't know? I say, it's not time for you to know. And when I was in that state of waiting, you see, people don't understand. This kingdom is not by connection. If God will not introduce you, wait for the time. And when God has already spoken, he said, 2022, you will begin to contribute your quota to the affairs of the chapel. Then at the end of that 2021, I married April. I said, brethren, let's keep waiting until the days of our introduction. There is an introduction that God introduced me. You don't go about telling people, I am a man of God. You don't go about telling people that I carry an anointing. Keep waiting. As you keep waiting, there is a dimension in God that will begin to break forth out of your life. And tonight, Lord, keep me in my place where I can receive body. There is a place that God makes his intention known to men. That place is not in the place of activity, it's in the place of waiting. So when God begins to do things in chapel from 2022, I hear some people say, who is this young man that just came to chapel and he just parading everywhere? I laugh. When people talk, I used to laugh. They didn't know that this man had been in chapel since 2018. They thought I came 2021. They didn't know that God kept me in the place of waiting so that I can receive a body for a generation. The question tonight, have you received a body? And we saw that clearly in the life of John the Baptist. We're not going to open there again. They said to John the Baptist in John chapter 2, they said, tell us, who are you? Are you the prophet? Because men of body, they don't run after title. When you receive body, men of title will run after you. We don't need to go and start doing ordination. Let's ordinate apostle. No. Let's wait until we receive body. They went to ask John the Baptist, are you Isaiah? Are you Elijah? Are you the one we are waiting for? John said, I'm not the one. Then who are you? I am the voice. I am the voice of the one crying in the wilderness. John waited until he received the body. Do you know that? Listen carefully. There is a dimension of body that will receive. The truth of the matter is that we should not try to play doctrine or this kind of Christianizing things. Are you not aware that there is a body I will enter? That this meeting will change. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Whatever happened to a man is the function of a body that I have received from the Lord. It was John the Baptist. Where was he when he began to speak? John was in the wilderness. When John began to speak in the wilderness, the Bible said men came from where? Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria. They came to the wilderness. Where they sit in the wilderness? How many seats did they have there? These men came to sit on the floor. Men that have received body, that body become your message. It doesn't matter how the place look like. Listen. What I'm looking for first, I am looking for something that is substantial, something that can bring me to a point where a governor can sit down and I will not think there is a governor in the meeting. Something that will bring me to a point that even a president can sit in the meeting and I will not fear see the president is in that meeting. Something that is so substantial and touchable. Such thing can only be received through men that have learned the art of waiting. See, we are waiting. I am waiting. There is a waiting room that God must take us to. The body for tonight, the issue for tonight, Lord, take me to my place of waiting. I want to receive the whispering from the throne to become a message to my generation. They asked John the Baptist, who are you? I am not the Elijah. I am not the prophet. I am the voice. How can you speak in the wilderness and men are running to that place? It's not by organizing a meeting and put AC. Have you received the body that will make men to come and see Jesus? It's not by organizing crusade. Do you know that? Do you know that you can organize a crusade that the second day people will reduce than the first day? You know it can happen. When people came the first day and discovered that they really missed target. They didn't know. That is why they came. You know the next day they will not come again. But when you have a meeting crusade and you discover that the second night double the first night, is a sign that the people that came the first night, they saw something, and that thing they saw made them to go and bring order. We saw something when we went yesterday. Come and see. No, keep me where I will receive a body for my generation. I said earlier, body, they are the whispering of God's will to a man. And the reason why it's a language is that anytime God whispers to you, he come back to know what has happened to that thing he said. So because of that, there is a communication that is established. That is why body is the language of the spirit. But it's not for runner, it's for men that can wait. There is a price for any man that must carry God's glory. People of God, the glory of God is heavy and it's expensive.